Ocean's 11 is the best heist movie ever. There are a few movie types that have a set best one. Like, if I was to say Empire Strikes Back was the greatest sci-fi fiction movie ever made, there would be a lot that agree with me, but there would be also a lot that don't. But I think across the board, saying that Ocean's 11 is the best heist movie ever made, unless you were a big fan of The Sting back in the day, it's a statement that almost everyone who has seen the film can agree with. So why is it the best? Well, first, the film has such perfect style. The soundtrack is like the heartbeat of the movie. It keeps you on your toes and keeps you wanting to know what happens next. It also does a perfect job of showing you most of the pieces of the picture, but leaves out a few key details so that you are actually surprised by the outcome. George Clooney has a perfect mix of suave and classy for this role. You really buy him in the role of a master thief. The only thing that makes it better is his unique friendship with Brad Pitt's character Rusty. They both have this way of talking that gives you a feeling that they've known each other for so long and know each other so well that it just makes them enjoyable to watch. You know, half the time they are BSing each other, but the other person just respects the way they BS him so much that it makes it that he's okay with it. But the rest of the crew is also very entertaining. The two brothers played by Casey Affleck and Scott Caan are a lot of fun, and the multiple roles that they play throughout the heist are always interesting to watch. Matt Damon is also really good as Linus. Oh heck, the whole cast just brings it, but I'm just having to select a few of my favorites. But the best thing about this movie is that every character has a role in this heist and we know what it is. And the role is a perfect fit for their abilities, where in the sequels they really struggle to fit the whole crew in their proper place. The only thing that I can really say is out of place in this movie is the forced conflict that doesn't really make any sense the more you think about it. Okay, let's break this down. Rusty finds out the only reason Danny took this job is because the owner of the casinos that they are robbing is dating his ex-wife. Rusty then has Linus tail Danny to ensure that he doesn't jeopardize the job, and when he does, Rusty throws him out. Yep, throws him off the job, and then Linus has to take Danny's place, which was pretending to be a Nevada State gaming officer and fooling Terry Benedict. But Danny would have also already blown that because he also already introduced himself to Benedict as, you know, Tessa's ex-husband. And it turns out at the end of this was all just part of the plan to make sure that Linus was trustworthy. Wait, what? No part of that makes any sense. Was everybody else in the know and Danny wasn't really thrown out? Nobody else seemed surprised when he shows back up again. What was the point? Why was Linus the untrustworthy one? If you didn't trust him, so what does him thinking you're no longer doing the job even prove? Is he gonna say, well, I wasn't gonna turn you in, but now that Danny isn't on the job, I will? Was it to motivate him? If that's so, that's a lot of work just to motivate a guy. That part is the only really big flaw in the movie, and it never made any sense to me. But heck, the heist itself, once it starts, is a great heist. You know, it does a great job of sucking you in and makes you think one thing, but then totally throwing you off and giving you a mind-blowing reveal. It has great music, great heroes, great villain, and an okay romance. Yeah, I always just felt sorry for Tess. She just felt like a pawn between two men. But the romance is okay. They do feel like Danny really does care for her. Although I always did wonder why she didn't say anything when she clearly finds Rusty talking about robbing the vault. But anyways, in any case, despite its flaws, it is still a very fun movie that I'm going to give a 9 out of 10. P.S. How much more money do you think the Bellagio made after this film? Because honestly, I have no interest in gambling, but if I'm ever in Vegas, I'm going to the Bellagio.